Well, good morning. It's June the 2nd. It's, what time is it?
8:25. All
Well, I
right,
can't see-
26. Yeah.
I can't see. That's funny. The reflection on,
Yeah.
on the hour hand, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this is June 2, which is 0602. We call this 602 day because 602 is the most popular and original area code for Arizona, which then narrowed down to Phoenix over the years. Now we have 5 or 6 different
At least, yeah.
all over the state. But anyway, here's some goodies we got. Brand new premieres, brand new vape, petcocks. We got all kinds of good things. And I found out that the adapters are actually on the cables, so they're not missing. And Kevin is over here. One of you guys up there said, why are you using so many power tools? And last night, after about, I don't even know how many years, this thing is so old, it's cracked, it's falling apart, and last night it died. And I love this thing. I mean, I've been using this forever and ever. Well, I got on Amazon, I got a brand new one. The Craftsman has changed their style, so because I wanted to keep using my batteries and my battery charger. So I have a new one coming in today. In the meantime, Kevin's over here, and I just tested the electrical system, and it's all okay. And he's been doing the favor of taking the primary part. Oh, by the way, let's focus in on this. Oh, this is so sad. This stud is a left-handed stud. Unless you really don't want it to be left-handed, in which case you can, where's the nut? You can take the nut, or take a right-hand threaded nut, and a 6-foot cheater bar, and convert it to right hand, which is what somebody's done. So now I have to get this stud. This is a stud that goes in here, and I'll have to order a new one and a new left-handed nut, because somebody converted left-hand thread to right-hand thread with a 6-foot cheater bar, and the fun just never stops. Now, in the meantime, with this talk, somebody said, "Why do you use all those power tools? You don't lose your feel." Kevin's been on this primary right now for about 15 minutes, just hand loosening the because he always goes around and breaks them free by hand, and now he's over there doing it by hand.
Yeah.
And see, this is where we would go zoo, 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 and have that sucker off in about 3.5 minutes. So that's why we use a lot of power tools. And when you work on these things for 6 hours a day, 7 days a week, you learn to use power tools, and there's plenty of feel once you get used to them. Anyway, are they all loose now right now?
This is the last one to come out, yeah.
Okay, so you actually got them all out now.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
15 minutes later.
15 minutes later, yeah. At our labor rate, that's $25.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah.
Oh my God, for a job that takes,
A minute.
a couple minutes. Anyway, so that's where we are. We're going to use this, and we'll put, now that we've got the vape, we'll go ahead and mount that. And that's where we are. Okay, so we're just starting the day now. Okay. And the fun just never stops. And if you have never seen this done before, when you have a primary case that's really stuck, what we use are these. Let me show it to them. We use these blades out of box cutters to go into the gasket, front and rear, and then it'll break this free. Please don't use screwdrivers or chisels. So this will break it free. It looks like it's been on there for the last 50 years.
Yeah, probably.
It's coming off real hard.
Yeah.
So that's what we use. We use 2 or 3 of those at different locations, and it'll break it free without any damage.
We put this together, but they love grease. There's grease where there should be grease.
These words you utter are very true.
There's just no reason for grease there.
Ew, yeah.
I know, it is nasty.
It is, yeah. Well, feel free to degrease.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. Kevin's got the primary open, and the plates came out. Plates came out very easy. That was nice. And they're over here. They look pretty good. we're going to use them. In other words, I think they're usable. We'll clean them up. This one was a sandwich of 3, and it was locked up tighter than a drum. So with my thumb and forefinger, I was able to break that one free. I can't break these 2 free with my free hand while holding the camera. So I'll break that out. Then we will clean all these, put them back together, and I think they'll be just fine. If there's any problem with them when we do the test ride, well, then we'll open it up and change them. So that's not a big deal. But right now, the plan is to go ahead and clean and reuse. All right, here's an open question to all the guys following the channel. Here, take a look at these. You can see that the metal plates have been wire wheeled and possibly sanded a little bit. They're very nice. They're not warped. They're flatter than a fritter. And like I said before, I don't know, I'm vacillating right now. So that's why I'm doing this. First of all, when I change clutch plates, I don't just change fibers. Or I don't just, well, I've never changed these by themselves. But I used to change just the fibers and not change the steels. I've changed that if I'm changing any clutch plates, when I change fibers, I change steel. So that's a whole set of these and a whole set of these. So give me your opinion, especially you professional guys out there. This would be an arbitrary decision. Not overly expensive, but you know, it ain't cheap either. What would you do in this situation? Would you arbitrarily just, yep, change them all out? Do the labor once, don't take a chance on having to do the labor twice. Or just change the fibers. Nobody's going to say just change the steels. I just wouldn't do that. So anyway, it's an open question to my followers, especially you professional guys. What would you do in this case? I'm going to leave these things out for a day or two, just to give people the opportunity to voice an opinion. Thank you. All right, so Kevin has dumped the sump and drained the tranny. So you've taken basically the big 3 oils out.
Yep.
Good.
I haven't done the tranny yet, no.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nah, it's always a bugger to find that drain plug. So.
All right. And well, anyway, because he's done these scut jobs, I decided to be the benevolent overlord.
Oh my God.
I thought I was going to give him a happy job.
I know. I can feel that tearing. That's way too big. Look at that already. And I didn't put that much pressure on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Anyway, as I was saying, I was to be the benevolent overlord and give him a happy job of putting these 2 new premieres on the bike. We've got gaskets out of the gasket box over there, and he's got O-rings. And yeah, I'm gonna have to check the parts book. I don't know if there's supposed to be a heat shield on here or not, because normally you don't put an O-ring on a gasket. So I'll check the parts book and find out whether or not there's supposed to be a heat insulator here. Okay, before we bolt those down. In the meantime, back at the bench, I've got these guys cleaned off. Cleaning things is a transferring project. So these are nice and clean. And I have to go up to my machinist and pick up the tranny cover for the yellow bike. And a friend of mine said, well, right around the corner from the machinist is a polishing shop. And I said to myself, sir, what an opportunity. So I'm going to take these 2 covers with me and have them polished. That's sort of an executive decision made on my own. And we'll see how well they turn out, because I'm kind of curious. It's good. The polishing shop I'm using is wonderful, but he's way over on the other side of town. So let's see how this one goes. And the answer is yes. it does take a heat insulator and gasket in addition to the O-ring. So luckily, over about 20 years, I've accumulated a lot. And so now we have a heat insulator, we have a gasket, heat insulator, and O-ring on these carburetors, just like they're supposed to be. All right, once again, the joy of cleaning parts. That's what came out of this so far. Well, you know how they say, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. 1, 2, 3, and number 4 fits perfectly. So how about them apples? So this guy's all cleaned up, ready to go back on. We have all new nuts and studs, and it's going to go on right now. And the fun continues. All right, so we've got the sump cover back in place, and the tranny drain is back in place. So tranny's dumped, sump is dumped, and everything's back in place. At this point in time, I'm gonna take a break from this hilarity and go up and pick up the cover for this yellow bike, and at the same time drop these BSA covers off at the polisher that's up near my machinist. So I'm gonna take a break for a while. Okay, so here's a question for all the people who are following the website or the YouTube.